And welcome back. It is Ray Michaels here with Total News Nation and Grassroots 50. I'm here with Eric Ohlhausen. How are you?
Doing great today. Thank you for having me.
You know, I was excited to hear that, banking is something that we all have to do. It's mandatory in our life. But there's a new bank called Old Glory Bank.
That's right.
Tell us a little bit about this.
Sure.
This is new, innovative. You're going to know some of these names, so tell us a little bit about it.
Sure thing. In fact, I'll say what's old is new again, because we actually are a 120-year-old bank that the current management team we acquired a couple of years ago, renamed it Old Glory Bank. It's a state-chartered Oklahoma bank with customers now in every state of the union. Close to 45,000 new customers have come on board in the past year and a half. We have some really prominent folks associated with us that joined me early on as a co-founder. Secretary Ben Carson and Larry Elder are both co-founders and are on our board. Country singer John Rich is also a co-founder and strong proponent of what we're doing. Our chairman is Bill Shine, who was in the Trump administration as Deputy Chief of Staff after having run Fox News for a good decade plus. And the former governor of Oklahoma, Mary Fallon, two-term Republican governors on our board as well.
So it's Oklahoma-based, right? It's a state bank then,
yes.
But you're going virtual.
Completely nationwide. So most folks, if you think about it, ask them when they last stepped foot in a bank branch. It's not too often anymore that you have any reason to. And in fact, there's really no reason to, other than some people are just, that's their habit. We've really solved it with extremely good technology, really good mobile banking app and onboarding for both individuals and businesses. OldGloryBank.com is where to go. And we've gone to where probably 99.9% of our customers are always welcome to our branch, but never have been to the actual physical location. And so it's a purely, completely nationwide audience.
Now, I understand that you do affiliate with some other lending institutions where if you did need to go in physically, that you reciprocate. Is that correct?
Well, so what we have certainly with the ATM network, there are 40,000 ATMs across the country that are part of our free, surcharge-free ATM network. There's really, we do our own direct lending. So for businesses, small business lending, SBA lending, home loans we issue directly all through Old Glory Bank. Over time, we'll introduce more consumer lending. But to date, it's really everything is addressed by Old Glory Bank. We even solved the challenge for typical online banks of how do you get cash? How do you get cash into your account? And we've made an arrangement with over 88,000 retail locations, big box stores, pharmacies all across the country where you can walk in, scan your mobile app, deposit cash, $400, $500, let's say, and for free, if it's over $200, deposited for free into your account. So it's really full service banking in your pocket.
Now, are there limits? Because I know with with what Joe Biden came out with, I mean, they want to know every single penny that goes through. But I think there was a $10,000 threshold and all of that.
That's right. Certainly for cash transactions, and we're subject to those as a bank. What does differentiate us, other than being an unabashedly pro-America bank, is that we also promise our customers, and our resolve to them is to never cancel them for their views or the industry they operate in. And you've probably heard a lot about debanking or the cancel culture entering the banking space, primarily by the large banks. And that's something in our DNA, why we were established, was to push back on that cancel culture. We have a motto that says we stand with you no matter where you stand, very analogous to free speech and being against censorship. And so, a lot of prominent individuals, Mike Flynn, Mike Lindell, the Trumps have been debanked, and there's a long list. I can add more to it, Dinesh D'Souza. But even just the common person is being debanked. For instance, I'm a firearms owner, and large banks are having retailers they're pushing retailers of firearms and ammunition out of their banks. PayPal won't process a transaction if it's ammunition or firearm related. Completely constitutionally protected lawful activity being shunned. and that's something we're completely opposed to. In fact, we established our own equivalent of PayPal called Old Glory Pay, and customers can be comfortable that, first of all, they can do those sorts of transactions, but also those transactions will not be voluntarily reported by us to the feds the way the large banks were all reporting
Right.
who was shopping at sporting goods stores and therefore might
Right.
be a firearms owner.
All right. So now, is it my understanding you recently had an IPO?
We did. So we certainly encourage people to go to oldglorybank.com and look at being a customer, being an account holder, whether you're an individual or a business. But now there's also the opportunity to be an owner. And if it makes sense for any individual, it's certainly an individual decision. But they now can be an owner in Old Glory Bank. You can go to own.oldglorybank.com and learn more about it. Directly, freely tradable shares in the business. And it's a way for people to vote with their dollars, vote with their feet in support of financial liberty in America.
That's amazing. So you're doing all types of loans, transactions, credit cards?
Yeah, we have, through a partner, we have a credit card. Look until in the near future we'll have our own directly issued credit card. But right now it's a debit card associated with your spending account. And again, it is phenomenal technology and great customer service. We have onshore call center located in Oklahoma, so it's a group that's really easy to work with and communicate with, and supporting American jobs.
And how do you fit with the whole banking institutions with regard to interest rates? Because we know the Fed just dropped another quarter of a point.
That's right. That's right. So first, I'd say that we are a bank. So we are an FDIC insured bank, and not all online solutions are. A lot of them have a partner behind the scenes,
right.
But we are actually have the autonomy of being a bank.
And that's insured up to
$250,000 per individual, but you could even expand that with a spouse account or a joint account.
Right. Yeah. So if you're not familiar with this, there is insurance for your deposits in banks that are part of this network, FDIC or FSLIC, I guess, with savings and loans. Or old savings.
That's right.
Yeah, then we know that. What a debacle.
That's right. Yeah, we've moved beyond that.
Oh, wow. Yeah, it is. I guess that dates me.
And me as well. But no. So we are, as you say, FDIC insured. So that's the comfort that even though we're a smaller bank, we've got that security. We offer for checking accounts and savings accounts quite a bit higher than the large banks. It's pretty surprising how little they pay in interest.
Oh yeah, nothing, almost nothing.
A tenth of a percent. 10 basis points. We're 1.25% now. It's a great place to have your working account, family account, get direct deposit into it, have access to your funds, a great mobile app to transact everything you need to do. We have CDs as well, and business solutions that are great for small business owners.
Wow. Well, thank you, Eric, for coming and joining us here on Total News Nation and Grassroots 50. So we encourage you, stop over there. Old Glory Bank, is it
.com, oldglorybank.com. And for those interested in considering being an owner, it's own.oldglorybank.com.
So can you buy a certain amount of shares? Is it traded at a certain amount?
Yes. So it's a minimum investment of $63. We came to that as Deuteronomy 6:3 refers to the land of milk and honey and growing in the land of milk and honey. And so we thought that was appropriate. And so it's a small dollar amount to participate, and certainly can do more if that makes sense. But we welcome people to vote with their dollars and support an organization that they feel is like-minded.
All right. Eric Ohlhausen, and he's with oldglorybank.com. Check it out, because we always want alternatives. That's what America's all about, is we have lots of choices. And don't let anybody put you into a little box and say that's where you need to be. We need to make our own decisions. Individual rights, liberties, and freedoms guaranteed and given us only by God and God alone. So thank you, Eric, for coming.
Thank you.
Thank you for joining us here. I'm Ray Michaels, and until next time, we'll see you real soon.